Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. What is up? How are you doing? I'm so happy to see you. I'm really excited about today's video, mainly because one, I just had a hair makeover and I really like it. I cut my hair short and I have this even like line thing going on. Yeah, so I'm really into it. I've been wanting to cut my hair for a while. Suddenly I just had this urge. Honestly, long hair is high maintenance, so I was like, I just needed a change. I just needed a low maintenance kind of hair so I can like go about my day, because as you know, I am going through some stuff mentally. It's been tough for me, so I think just having this like less of a burden of a responsibility over taking care of my hair, I think it was just nice to just chop it off and just feel bare and liberated and free. I'll get into that in another video, because today another reason I'm so excited is because I'm actually going to talk about my New Zealand trip. So I took a trip to New Zealand in 2018, back in 2018 November, I think. So I went to New Zealand with my sister, my younger sister, and we went to visit my little brother. At the time, my little brother was studying in New Zealand in Wellington, and so we decided, let's just do this trip. Let's get together. It's been a while. Let's do a reunion. Let's do a trip. So it was me, my sister, my brother, and his girlfriend at the time. Honestly, because it's been like 5 years, 2018, right? So it's the 19, 20, 21, 22, and here we are, 23. So it's like almost 5 years since the trip. So I don't remember much. I do have photos and videos which I will share with you guys as I'm talking about my trip. I just don't really remember like exact details. I would just love to share the story with you guys. I had a really great trip. It was definitely memorable, and of course, because I went with my siblings, it just means so much more. So yeah, let's start. Okay, what we did was just only northern island of New Zealand. As you may not know, New Zealand is divided into two islands, North Island and South Island. So we were just doing the North Island part of New Zealand. My sister and I, we left from Kuala Lumpur and we took Malaysian Airlines at the time. We flew to New Zealand. We flew to Auckland and then met my brother and his girlfriend at the time there. Before I start on the trip, actually, one of the most interesting things that happened when we entered New Zealand is that they actually had a biosecurity at their airport. So there's like, you have like immigration, you have like baggage claim and stuff, and in the end, at the end and before you exit the airport, there's actually a biosecurity line, and it's a pretty long line because they're really serious about taking care of their biosecurity. So they have beautiful sceneries, they have beautiful places, they have no snakes. That's what I heard. They told me they have no snakes, they have nothing that could harm their environment, and they want to keep it that way. So they make sure that we don't come in with stuff like literally like no foods, so no fruits, no nothing that could come into New Zealand our way. Also, like we even had to claim if we had like tea, if we had like shoes that we used for hiking, we can't bring those in. We have to even if we do bring them in, we have to declare that we are bringing them in so they can scan it, make sure that it's nothing harmful for their environment. It's crazy, y'all. Like, I was pretty shocked. I've never seen anything like it. I've traveled around quite a few countries, and I've just never seen a country take their environment security so serious. But that is what makes them beautiful, and that's what keeps them beautiful and keeps people coming over to check out their beautiful country. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. I didn't bring anything. I didn't bring any food. I did bring some shoes though, but they were okay with that. And yeah, moving on. So I arrived to Auckland with my sister, and so we spent one night there at this backpackers lodge, and literally we had like maybe minimum 10 people in one room. We had like double-decker beds and stuff, you see, shared bathrooms and showers and stuff. A typical dorm backpacker lodge. So we just spent a night there, and there was this funny story that happened during that night, is that when we were sleeping, there was this other guy that was sleeping in there as well, and he was like moaning in his sleep. Like literally, he was sleeping, but he, instead of snoring, he moans. Like he's like literally like like in his sleep. We're just like, what's going on here? And literally, he was just sleeping and he was moaning in his sleep. It felt a little bit uncomfortable, but it's okay. We still went to sleep anyways. And the next day, we took our shower and we proceeded with our trip. So we started to drive up north to the northern part of New Zealand. We went to Cape Reinga, and it was literally like the northern part of the north of New Zealand, the North Island of New Zealand. There was a lighthouse there. It was really beautiful. It was the cliffs. We went around, we checked it out, and then once we were done with that, we proceeded to go to our next accommodation, and it was in Holiday Park. So it was a really cool park. The rooms were like made out of like containers and stuff. It was pretty cool, and the surroundings, don't even get me started. Like, it's so beautiful there. Like, and it was raining as well. I was just having a really chill time. Like, the nature is amazing. The people are very kind. They are themselves doing the trip. They themselves are discovering the beauty of their own country. And we had other people around as well. Like, honestly, it was just good vibes, you know. We were doing something different. We were not doing like hotels. We were doing like this, you know, like holiday parks and backpacker lodges. Like, honestly, I packed my bags. I had only one bag as a roller bag, right? And it's for a week's worth of traveling, and we just spent each night in a different place. We never spent 2 nights in a row in one accommodation. We just kept moving. We kept driving to the next spot, and then we checked things out, and then we slept, and then we drove again. Like, we kept moving. Like, it was an amazing trip. And, you know, it wasn't like super comfy, you know. It was kind of cold as well. It was not winter, it was coming into spring, or maybe it was spring into summer, but it was still kind of cold. But yeah, I was just pretty much wearing the same clothes. We did have to stop by the laundromat to do our laundry and stuff. But yeah, pretty much I was just wearing the same kind of clothes because all of that wasn't a priority. The priority was really to just discover and explore New Zealand and its beauty. So honestly, we had a good time. And it was my first time traveling that way, you know, like sharing bathrooms and stuff. And I've never gone through that. And it just made you feel like, hey, you can live with less. You're fine. You can survive. You've gone through like backpackers. You've shared bathrooms with others. You've shared bedrooms with others, and still, you're doing fine. You survived. And even like our food, you know, we were on a budget too, so we ended up like just buying stuff to cook and pack it and eat later. Only we eat sometimes in other restaurants, sometimes, not all the time. So we really we were on a budget trip. We were just there for the adventure, and honestly, it's so memorable. I had a really good time with my siblings, and it was awesome. So yeah, next we took an 8-hour drive to Hot Water Beach. Okay, so we went to Cathedral Cove. We couldn't go further. We took some photos like at the edge, but it was raining, so we couldn't go in. Yeah, unfortunately, but still, the area was beautiful. I still enjoyed it a lot. So apparently we went to the alpaca farm. So we went to Cornerstone Alpaca Stud. So this is the alpaca farm. I've never seen an alpaca in my life, so it was I had a really good time feeding the alpaca, kind of like petting the alpaca as well, and learning details about them and stuff. They're super adorable. We had a really good time there too. After that, we went to Hamilton Gardens. So it's just a simple gardens. I think it's designed by a number of people from different countries. So you have like a feel of gardens accordingly to their culture and their geographical background. So yeah, it was pretty cool. There was like a Japanese garden, there was like an Indian garden, there's like a British garden, like it's all different types of gardens, and we were just experiencing it. And it was kind of rainy as well, but it was still beautiful. It was awesome actually. Yeah. Next, we actually went to Hamorana Springs. It was a really, really beautiful springs. It had like the forest, the trees there. Wow, like it was like just really, really big and tall trees. They were so gorgeous. I just felt like I was in a Twilight movie. I'm a huge Twilight fan, by the way. I love Kristen Stewart. So, wow, the trees were so beautiful, and they had the like a pond river situation going on, and there were like swans there. Wow, it was just really beautiful. I love it. After that, we went to look for glow worms. Apparently, there's this cave and there's glow worms in there. So it's supposed to be beautiful. It's like looking at the stars or something. So we went into the deep, dark cave. No, it wasn't that deep, but it was a cave and it was dark. It was super pitch black. We needed our flashlights and stuff, but like I said, it was on purpose because we wanted to see glowworms. So yeah, we did actually see glowworms. They were glowing like the stars. It was really cool. If we were a little bit scared because it was dark in there and cold, and we didn't want any bugs flying around and stuff. But yeah, it was an experience for sure. It was pretty cool. No pictures though, because obviously it was super dark. Yeah. And then we went to Rotorua Park. On the way to Rotorua, we stopped by Maricopa Falls. This waterfall is gorgeous. I'm so glad we made the stop. I have like a super cool photo of myself at the falls, and I love this photo. I loved the falls. God, I'm so glad we made the stop. Went to Hookah Falls. Hookah Falls was gorgeous. It was like serious light blue-green water. Just a strong force of a waterfall, I would say. It's gorgeous. We had a really good time looking at that too. And then we went to Extreme Cliff Swing in Taupo Lake. So we decided we were gonna do the tandem cliff swing. It's like a really huge swing, and it's where people do bungee jumps as well. It's at the lake. At Taupo Lake. So people were doing bungee jumps, but I wasn't gonna do that. I was like, I'm gonna do the cliffhanger. So it's like a huge swing, tandem. Me and my sister, we were gonna like swing, super big swing over the lake. Oh my god, it was so scary. I've never done really such a thing. The whole day, my siblings and I were like, if it's raining, we're not gonna do it, okay? Like, we were really scared. We were excited, but at the same time, we were just like, really scared. I swear my anxiety was just like high up there. I was scared of falling off. I was scared of not having enough security and falling off the swing. Oh my god, all the worst case scenarios I was thinking of that could have happened to me. But we pushed through. We went through with it. Anyways, we booked our place. We went there. We did it. Oh my god, I can't even explain to you how it truly felt. Like, I was just scared for my life the whole time. And when we were just hanging there in the beginning, we were just hanging there. Me and my sister, we were just hanging there waiting for the time that they're gonna let us go. We were just like, oh my god, this is super high up. I couldn't feel my legs. It was just too much. And then when they did let us go, oh my god, the fall, it gave us super adrenaline up until our head, and the first fall, it was so fast. We were going at such a fast speed that I couldn't even open my eyes. All the air, all the wind was so strong. It was just it was so strong as the first fall that we made. But as the swing was starting to go on, we were doing really huge swings like that. I was having fun. I was like, well, it's here. We can't escape it. We're on it. We're swinging. Enjoy it. So I was just like, whoa! I was just enjoying it. I was just like, it's scary, but oh my god, it was a liberating feeling. It was awesome. We had a really good time. I'm so happy. Memorable, definitely. I'm gonna look for the I think I have the certificate that I've done this cliffhanger. Alright, I'm a daredevil, guys. I've done it. I went through with it, okay? Alright, so after that, we did go to luge rides. So we did luge rides. Those are really cool because you know what? It's like go-karting, but without any engine, without any gas, without any power. We were literally just using gravity. So you have this, it's like skiing, but you're in a luge. You're in a vehicle that just drives you down, really. So it's like you're going down the hill and you have different tracks and stuff. But yeah, honestly, it was so much fun. Yeah, I think it was amazing. All you have to do is brake to slow down and stuff, and you can just let go if you want to go fast. But I mean, you're just using gravity to have fun. I mean, that was super fun. It was super awesome. I loved it. I chose one mountain that I wanted to look at, and it was Mount Taranaki. Honestly, it's so beautiful. But obviously, I'm not up for hiking up the mountain or even hiking at all. So we chose the right spot to kind of park so we could see Mount Taranaki in a very good view. Unfortunately, it was a cloudy day, so Mount Taranaki was actually blocked by the clouds, so we didn't get to see the mountain. But it's okay. When we were driving towards Mount Taranaki, we actually saw it. I saw it. I took some photos right before the clouds started to cover the top, so I got to see Mount Taranaki, even though a little bit from far on the road. But then when we arrived, it was covered. But we did check out like a small little park, and then that was it. Like that was the week that we did, the whole week of traveling up from north up until the south of northern island of New Zealand. We ended up in Wellington, which is where my brother was studying at the time, where he was staying. So we had another week, and we just stayed in Wellington and spend some time. So it was like 2 weeks of my holidays, 1 week traveling from north of New Zealand all the way to Wellington, and then we spent a week in Wellington with my brother and sister. I had a really good time. I was really happy, and it's still memorable, and I thought I would just share with you guys this trip, the details of it, what I did, and it was so much fun and life-changing, and I would love to go back one day. In fact, I would love to check out South Island of New Zealand. Like, I swear it's so beautiful there. I mean, who can deny it, right? Like, Lord of the Rings was shot there. I haven't gone to where they shot it though, but yeah, it's a beautiful country for sure, and the people are really nice as well. The good vibes is just hard to miss, and if you ever think of going to like checking out nature and having an adventure, I would definitely suggest going to New Zealand. It's beautiful there. Also, you won't, I think it's true. There are no snakes there. So imagine just like hiking or camping in the wild and knowing that there are no snakes there. I mean, that's a plus side. You know what I mean? What did I learn? That you can live with less. That as long as you have each other, you can have a good time. Good vibes all around. Chill. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it was actually a really good trip. So I'm really glad I got to share it with you guys, and I hope that you guys get to travel to New Zealand one day too, and share with me all about your trip. I want to thank my brother because he actually planned everything. He's the one who planned everything, and I just like, okay, just take me anywhere, and I just let him lead the way. And honestly, he took us on a really great trip and really took care of us when we were staying at his place in Wellington for a week. Yeah, so thank you guys for the trip. I'm really happy that we did this, because here I am 4 years later, and we haven't seen each other yet since 2019. I miss my brother a lot, and my younger sister, she has visited me a couple of times here in Paris. So yeah, I just hope that one day soon we would get reunited again. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.